Happy Tuesday, everyone. You're watching the Beaver Bunch. I am Lori, and this week we are discussing turning people gay. And I watched Jess's video, and I couldn't watch it after like a minute or two. Jess, you were like, I've never heard you talk like that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is she thinking? You can't turn somebody gay with Tegan and Sarah and Melissa Etheridge. Clearly, you have to use Ani DeFranco and Melissa Farrick. So Jess was really cute in her video and all sarcastic um, and quite, making a point with the fact of how ridiculous it is to think that hanging out with somebody who's gay or listening to a certain kind of music will make you gay. That's just ridiculous, and I'm glad that she kind of poked fun at that because we all needed that laugh on a Monday. I had a case of the Mondays. No, I didn't. But uh, so I am here to kind of reiterate what she's saying, that no, you can't turn somebody gay. Yes, I think that you can most definitely help somebody realize that they were gay or bisexual or trans or whatever all along. I'll just say gay, umbrella term. I think that you can kind of like, because sometimes you don't know unless you've experienced it. Like you might go through your life not knowing something about yourself because you've not been put in a situation that reveals this about you. Kind of like you don't realize you're brave until you're in a like situation that requires you to have an amazing amount of strength and clarity. Like you don't know until you have some type of life-changing experience, and sometimes that can be with sexuality too, and that doesn't mean that you weren't gay before. It just means that you really weren't in tune with it with yourself. Like I honestly believe people are, as Lady Gaga would say, born this way, and it's not something that it's something I think that you can choose to express or not, as far as um, because you don't know, because you haven't experienced it. Like how would you know that you like chocolate if you've never eaten chocolate? And not saying that you have to partake in eating or some kind of sexual satisfactory experience. Like sometimes it's just about like, something clicks where either you relate to something that somebody says about how you relate to people of the same or opposite gender, um, just different experiences that okay, so like in college, let's say, I felt like I was turning lots of girls gay, but really it was just that in college is like the first time that people are like sexual, or that people are open to like all like other lifestyles that weren't in front of them in high school, wherever they were, in Bumble, fuck, wherever. And that's Mary Beth's term and I really like it. But yeah, you come from everywhere and different experiences, and you don't know, and you don't have these chances to know whether or not you are one way or another or whatever, or in between or whatever. Um, so I think like, yeah, in college, like people are more experimental, I think, with a lot of things, with personalities, with like their interests. People change their major 4 times. Like why not like make out with a girl or make out with a guy, especially if you're like, a lot of times drinking is involved and your inhibitions are lowered, and a lot of times those inhibitions were put in place because of society saying, you can't be gay. But you know what? When you get to a different part of your life, when people are saying, oh, well, I mean, if you are, you can be, then that's a different story altogether. So that's why I say I don't think you turn people gay, but you can have experiences or be the experience that maybe helps somebody realize that they were gay all along, and just they weren't being true to themselves, or they just didn't know. You just don't know. Like if you don't know it's the truth, you're not being untruthful. You just don't know. And that's okay too. And like with Mary Beth, like Mary Beth she was on the rugby team, and I was like, oh my God, you're so gay. But she was like, no, I'm not. I don't like girls. I have never had a positive lesbian experience. Like, I don't know. Like, I no one is attractive to me and all this. So, then we made out, and then she dates girls, and then she's always dating girls. And, so it's like sometimes it just takes like a changing moment, and everyone's gay until they're not, and everyone's straight until they're not. I think that's from the L Word. But it's true. It's very true. And you know, you are born this way, but it is about the experiences that you have that help you be more true to who you are, whether that's gay or straight. You know, sometimes you just have to figure it out by trial and error, and nobody likes the errors. Maybe the trial's fun, but really it's just about getting to where you need to be, and being healthy and being truthful to yourself. And just, I think that's important because nobody wants you to be gay if you're not, okay? Like nobody's recruiting, nobody is like, if you're gay, great. If you're straight, like, and you're trying to figure it out, sometimes it's not fun to be that person that's helping you figure it out, because you're like, you don't know what the hell is going on, and like to be on the receiving end of that, like for somebody not knowing what's going on, it's not fun. It's not worth the recruit or the, you know, whatever there is the idea that it is, but it's not. Oh my god, I'm not even making sense. I have to go to work. I will see you next Tuesday. This is like so blah.